Và bạn sẽ trình bày với chúng ta về một chủ đề là làm thế nào, liệu rằng cái việc lập kế hoạch nó có hữu dụng cho chúng ta hay không. Bởi vì thầy biết chắc ở đây một số người chúng ta lập kế hoạch cho những cái vấn đề lớn cho rất là nhiều. Liệu rằng những cái vấn đề nhỏ chúng ta có cần phải lập kế hoạch hay không? Vậy thì xin chào đón lên sân khấu bạn Trần Châu Giang đến từ lớp 5.1.
Hello everyone. So, my name is Orange and I am from class 5.1. My topic is planning helpful? But first, let me tell you a story. I call it Bob's Problem. So, one day there was a kid named Bob and he didn't do any of his chores. So, chores are the things that your parents give you to do. So, and then Bob's mom got mad at Bob. So, and then he was grounded. But this time, he played video games all day. And Bob's mom got mad at Bob again. So, what does Bob need to remove his problem? I think he needs planning. So that is also a reason why I chose this topic. It's because I want to help people who struggle to organize, and I want to let them know that planning can help. But what is planning? Planning is when you have a goal that needs a list of actions to complete. Now, let me tell you how and what is the best way to plan. First, you need a SMART goal. The S stands for specific, which means a clear goal. So instead of saying amazing, you say so amazing that all of my friends were shocked, because how much is amazing, right? Next, the M stands for measurable. That means being able to measure how much you're going to do. And so instead of doing too much, you do enough for you. Now, the A stands for attainable, which means you can reach it. So that the list of the actions you will do are enough so you can do, instead of being a bit too much. The R stands for realistic, which means the goal can be reached. So if you're just a kid and people will tell you to make a lot of money for one day, how do you do that, right? Now, last but not least is the T, which stands for time bound. It is when you will know when you will start and when you will end. For example, if we put all of those together, you say, I want my product to be amazing, but it's not really a SMART goal. So you turn it into, I want my history product to be amazing. To be full with color and information, so that my teacher will give me +3 points after English class. And then next, you need long and short-term goals. So my long-term goal is to become an artist, and my short-term goal is to practice drawing. But how was I able to make my short-term goal? So this is how I make a short-term goal. So if my long-term goal is to become an artist, I ask, what do they do? So I know what to practice every single day, and I know what to do. Next is, what do they need? So you know what to do instead of doing some random things. Next, what do they need to make a living? Because if I just draw, maybe I don't make any money, and then I'll end up out in the street. Now, what can planning help you with? So, planning helps you reach your goals by turning it into smaller steps. So instead of going right up, you go slowly up. it also helps you have smarter choices because when you plan, people tend to research and they will know a lot more. So a lot of people use planning to reach success in their goals. It's like Mr. Beast. Does anyone know Mr. Beast? Yeah. So, in order to make his videos, Mr. Beast plans for every single one of them. So it looks amazing and great so all his viewers can see it. So, now, I have this question. What if humans never plan? If humans never plan, then nature would be better because maybe people would just cut one tree instead of cutting 10,000 trees a week or something. And the population would also be less because nobody knows who's going to be the police, who's going to be the builder, and who's going to be the teacher. There will also be no doctors, which means no medical needs, and then everyone will start being sick. There will also be no technology because we don't know where to put the pieces. Like instead of having the computers that the judges are having, they instead will have a pile of nothing on it. Now, here's a stop when planning. Is that what happens if my plan doesn't work? Or maybe it fails? So this is what I thought about. First, maybe a plan B, so just in case. And second, maybe just try. Because you need to try to know what you need to fix. And what happens if nothing goes wrong? Now, what is the biggest problem with planning? The biggest problem is that people don't do what they were planning to do. Why don't they do it though? It's because they don't feel encouraged. But why don't they feel encouraged? It's because they don't want to leave their comfort zone. They don't want to change. Now, how should we solve this problem? So, I think you are your only key to success because you are the person who chooses what you're going to do. Instead of saying, maybe I'll do it later. You accept it and do it right away. So, first, how do you think I made this presentation? Anyone here? Well, I'm going to answer it myself. And I used planning. My call to action is failing to plan is planning to fail. Thank you for listening.
Một tràng pháo tay thật lớn cho bạn Châu Giang với phần trình bày rất là tuyệt vời ạ. Let's give Châu Giang a big round of applause for the fantastic performance. Okay, Orange, can you move closer here, please? Okay, so for me, planning is very important for not only teachers and students so that we can handle, we can oversee what we do and we can oversee the risk so that we can have some of the plan like plan A, plan B for ourselves, right? Okay, so thank you for your presentation. And now I would love to invite Ms. Dinoza. Okay, so now listen carefully to your questions, okay?
Alright, for your presentation, we got informative information about planning. I really liked your confidence. You are really confident and you're trying to engage your audience. I really liked your content. It's very well logically organized.
Yes.
So what we can improve is, I think you can give very simple questions for your audience, like do you usually plan and what kind of planning do you do? So that attracts your audience and they will pay more attention to you.
Okay. So now about the questions, can you please give Orange a question, please?
So what do you do before you plan? You want to plan something, right? Short-term goal or
So maybe I think you should think about what you're gonna do first. So and then later you plan, because if you plan, you don't know what your goal is.
Okay.
After that, what do you do? So you know your goal, you want to achieve that, and what's the next step you do?
So the next thing is you think about what you should do there, or what you're gonna do and what you're gonna need. So you don't just stand there doing nothing.
Yeah. Did you have a time when you have short time and you still could achieve something with planning?
Well, I guess I remember when I also made another presentation like this for school. I asked my friends what should I do, and they gave me some advice, and then I started adding more on my presentation.
Okay.
One more question.
Yes.
Some people say that too much planning means not enjoying life because you spend too much time thinking about planning. What do you think about that?
Well, maybe when you plan, you should also find your limit, because maybe you even try to plan to find your limit.
Okay. Thank you for your conversation. And right now, I will try my best to translate everything you guys have discussed before. Và sau cái phần Q&A của cô Delia và với thầy Khoa thì cô Delia có đặt câu hỏi là vậy thì trước khi con làm một cái việc gì đó thì trước khi planning thì con làm gì? Thì thường Orange sẽ chia sẻ là con sẽ có một cái short term goals và một cái mục tiêu ngắn hạn và mục tiêu dài hạn. Và cũng như là Orange có chia sẻ với thầy Khoa có đặt câu hỏi với Orange là có một số người đề cập đó là lên kế hoạch nhiều quá thì nó cũng không tốt. Thì con nghĩ như thế nào? Thì Orange có chia sẻ là okay, there are so many informations I have to remember. So sorry for my memory now. Okay, và bạn Orange có chia sẻ đó chính là okay. I think that the judges understand your ideas. Okay. Okay, Delia, please.
Orange, you usually used to present with your stuffed toy, right?
Yes,
Where is your stuffed toy now?
he's at home right now.
Why did you leave?
Because his leg is not really working properly, and he's pretty old already, so.
Và một cái câu hỏi ngoài cái chủ đề của bạn đó chính là thường bạn Orange có một cái style trình bày là bạn sẽ mang với mình một cái con thú bông. Thì cô Delia hỏi là con thú bông của con đâu rồi, thì bạn đã bị thương ở chân rồi nên là hôm nay bạn đó sẽ không có mặt cùng ở đây với là Orange nữa. Và cô Delia cũng có một số cái nhận xét đến với Orange, giống như là cái content của con rất là logic nè, rất là sắp xếp một cách rất là gọn gàng, chặt chẽ, và cũng như là cái phong cách trình bày của con rất là tự tin và phóng khoáng. Bên cạnh đó thì cũng có một vài cái lưu ý nhỏ để mà mình cần cải thiện, đó chính là những cái câu hỏi mà tương tác với khán giả. Mình nên là những câu hỏi ngắn để mà khán giả có thể hiểu, cũng như là tương tác qua lại với mình để cái phần trình bày của mình hiệu quả hơn. Okay? Do you agree on her comments?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you Orange a lot.